Yo, I'm here, bro. Hang on. I know it's pitch dark. Yo, hang on. Figuring this shit out real quick. All right. Let there be light. There we go. Oh, God. Oh, God. Hang on. That's loud. That's bright. Hang on. I gotta put this somewhere. Gotta figure out somewhere to put this. Right there. Right there. Yo. Hello. Yeah. Shit, I thought my flashlight on my other phone would be enough. I guess not. Can you guys hear me all right? Hang on, I gotta check the stream, make sure it's doing good. Yes, I am very here. I'm out in the truck, bro. Hang on. I am out in the truck. I gotta make sure this thing's doing good. Shit. Hello. Oh yeah, we chilling, bro. Okay. So I don't have any lights in here. This fucking truck doesn't have a battery. As you can see. I know I canceled live stream for 8 p.m. MST. I was going through some problems, but we have got them solved temporarily. So the problem is not solved, but we just delayed it. My mom's having a really hard time right now. But that's it's tough. We're still broke. I'm still broke, and I'll try to explain to her because it's they don't know how much work I'm actually putting into it and everything. And it's just they just don't believe it yet, I feel. So that's why I'm a little frustrated at what's going on. Holy shit, there's 21 people in here. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Is I don't think they believe it enough of the work I'm doing. And that's why I'm having troubles. We got to pay the bills somehow. We got to pay the bills. And one of them is the phone and the Wi-Fi. Making music, you got to keep the Wi-Fi. You got to keep the phone on so you can check back on your stuff. Kind of, it's music. I do hip hop, rap. I'm MASJ. That's the kind of music I'm doing. And I'm talking about trying to keep the bills on, the Wi-Fi, the data on the phone. I'm in pitch black right now because I'm out in the truck and don't have a battery in it. This is where I get away, be in my thoughts and everything. So, oh God, I hit the wheel. But yeah, that's where I'm at, man. That's really where I'm at. And my mom's on the verge of giving up. She's tired of working and nothing's happening. She pays all these bills and then she does it the same thing and it feels like she's not even making any progress. And I'm trying to step in, but by pursuing my own goals and pursuing my own dreams, and I'm telling her it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because I really do believe it. I'm at the point of delusional, And I mean, I've made real progress just in 1 week. We got this channel 70 subs, and I got 150 followers in 1 week on the Spotify. Hit my first 1,000 streams. I'm doing really good, you know. And all it took was just to get over that fear. Because I mean, that's where I was at. Like, I backed out of it so many times. Because, what's up, Jimmy? What's going on, bro? I backed out of it so many times because I knew it would work, you know. What's up? What's up, guys? Yo, this is sick. Oh, fuck. Wait, hold on. Hang on. Camera almost fell. Put this back up. Shit. That's my hand. That's my hand. But yeah, I backed out of it so many times because I knew it would work. But then I finally, like, you know, slapped myself across the face and I put up the ad, and that's all it took. That's really what all it took, you know. Now I'm here facing another obstacle, which is facing reality. I'm still broke, you know. We gotta get those bills paid. Gotta get those bills paid. And I was at a point, like, you know, I don't want to stop this. I can't stop it, you know. I don't want to quit. There's no point to. So that's why I was like, I'll do whatever it takes to help you out, Mom. You know, I'll go out mow some lawns, you know, do some shit, you know, so we can keep the Wi-Fi on, keep the phones on, you know. But yeah, she was able to work it out. That doesn't mean the problem's solved. We still got to pay a bill, but that gives us more time to act, basically. So, you know, she's going through a tough time. I'm out of more of a better mentality of trying to figure ways out of it and not stress, you know. I've, you know, just learn to don't let the stress get the best of you and just let it hit you, you know, instead of just trying to run away from it. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm doing real good. Hope you guys are doing good too. This is pretty cool. I got people in the chat. That's awesome, bro. Yo, this is why I love YouTube. I trusted YouTube, bro. I'm glad we got to 50. I still thank you guys a lot for that. That's crazy. Like I said, I delayed I was supposed to live stream earlier, but I didn't because I was facing that problem. We were gonna live stream more music, make them more beat. I had an idea actually of any beats we make on the live stream. I don't know. I could save those projects and possibly like maybe give back to you guys. Maybe like make a website and make it a low price or something. I don't know something, but that's where I'm at. Oh, bro, I need to breathe. It's MASJ. Yo. Oh. Hello. Yo, that's creepy as shit. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. Let me not creep you out. Yo, I'm glad the stream is working, though. Damn. Okay. I just need to breathe, man. This is where I come to escape. Just for a little bit, be with myself and just enjoy the quiet. It's nighttime. Bro, I love stargazing, bro. I just be out here looking at the stars. I live a little bit enough out in the country where I get a decent sky view. And I can look at the stars and everything, you know. But yeah. Whew. Just gonna breathe. I love talking to you guys. You know, I love ranting and just being me. I just want to embrace that so much. Just being me and just, you know, one of my messages is I want to be able to be vulnerable and let you guys know that it's okay to be vulnerable. That doesn't mean go ahead and tell all your deepest, darkest secrets. You know, if you got secrets to take to your grave, take them to your fucking grave. But, you know, If something's bothering you and you know you need to get it out, bro, get it out. I ain't gonna judge you, bro. I want to make a community here where you guys you guys can just go off on any problems. You know, I support men's mental health, any mental health, you know, something's bothering you. You know, I can't solve all your problems, but if you need somewhere to rant, I want to build a community where you guys can come here to this channel and just get whatever's off your mind. And maybe if we could build a community where there's people all around the world that have different experiences or relate to that experience and can give you advice on how to deal with that thing that you're dealing with. That's the kind of community I want to build here on YouTube. It's just a place to rant, to, you know, if there's something on your mind that's bothering you and you know you need to let it out to move on, you guys can come here and we can you can get free fucking therapy. I don't know, bro. Bro, if I could afford it, I'd do therapy, but you know, it's not something that you can just do, you know. Especially in the areas I'm in, there's a waiting list in all of them. And I don't know. I grew up on therapy when I was younger because of the disabilities I was diagnosed with, and I don't know. I didn't really feel like they helped me because I didn't really know what to talk about. But I don't know. I kind of feel like I've gotten better therapy, being with myself and what I call solitude, and just letting go and, like, you know, facing traumas and letting them punch you in the gut and everything. And, you know, and what I found is with like solitude, being with myself and letting my thoughts run and just seeing everything play out and seeing all my traumas and learning how to deal with them and letting them hit me. I've I don't know. I've kind of, ever since I've done this whole solitude therapy for me, it's actually been my therapy. The things that I've learned about this solitude stuff that I do, being with myself, not thinking I'm alone, is I've noticed that I'm not as anxious anymore. I'm not so anxious all the time. Paranoia is still a big one. I need to face that. I need to learn how to figure that out. But yeah, paranoia is still a big problem. But I'm not really anxious anymore. Another thing I found out with solitude is I get a lot of ideas being with myself. You know, good ideas that I think are really good, obviously, but yeah, like I get really good ideas and then I act on them and they turn out really good. And that's another thing is when I start an idea and I stick with it and play it through, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, you know, and I move on to something else, and that may not work, that doesn't work, you know. Just success is trial and error. That's really all it is. And if you're stopped by fear on the trial and error part, then you're always going to have a loss. And the thing people need to realize is losing doesn't necessarily mean losing if you learn from the lose. You know, if you lose on a risk or you lose on an idea, you can still win if you learn from it instead of letting it bring you down, you know. Dang, I should have brought like some water or something. I'm going to be ranting, bro. Bro, this is so cool, bro. Look at this shit, yo. Yo, like, we got to 70 subscribers in a week. You guys are fucking lit, bro. You guys are lit. Yo. Appreciate all you guys. I will definitely be continuing the live streams on the music. I do want to do some gaming though. I've been playing some Splitgate all day too, and I I got arrows done, so I got all of them maxed out. But yeah, I'm in the dark because I'm in a truck. Don't have lights, don't have a battery. In fact, I don't even think it has an engine. Well, it does have an engine, but it don't work. Somebody broke it. But that's a talk for another day. God damn it, I should have brought some water. Do I have anything in here? I need water, dude. Wait. Oh, yo, that's what I look like, bro. I don't have water, bro. God damn it. Well, shit. Get me a water. This water, this is water, but this is like, oh, this has been sitting in the car all day. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go for a little walk real quick. You guys ain't gonna realize that I live on a farm. Well, kinda. I live on a farm next to a busy road. It's fucking stupid shit. I would love to be out in the country, bro. Have you ever been out in the country, guys? Damn. It's quiet as hell, bro. That's my type of life right there. Be out on a farm, on a ranch. Yo. No crickets, no birds, no nothing. It's just absolute quiet. Alright, let's go get this drink. Oh. You guys hear that? You guys hear that shit? I don't know. Can you guys see the sky? You guys see that? I don't know if you can. Oh, bro. Stargazing and shit. Yeah. Walking back to the house. I'm gonna get something to drink. I'd be talking way too much, bro. Entered the house. Bingo. Yeah. Got myself a drink. We're going back upstairs. Damn. Oh, god damn, it's bright. Yeah, that's water. Look at that water. Back outside. Can't see with this. Okay, here we go. To the hideout. Bro, it's... Oh, see how quiet it is out here, bro? This is where I be, bro. Oh, God. Okay. It's only dark because it's night. Obviously. Bro, I don't know what to say, guys. I really don't know what to say. I'm being honest. I didn't expect this many people to come in. I kind of shat myself. Okay. Alright. Now we get back in. I got my supplies so I can keep talking. God dang. Oh, you guys hear the sprinkler? Oh, dude. Now it's nice and quiet. It's just me and you now. Okay. Oh, bro. I need to catch my breath. Just need to think, man. Drink some water. But yeah, man. I've just been having troubles You know, we're doing really good with the music. We're doing really good, you know, big progress with the ads and everything running. And I think I just started another one, pretty sure. Yeah, I did. I don't know why I'm lying, but it's tough, man. Because you know, I'm doing really good with with promoting and with the music and YouTube, and you know, we got the 50 subscribers. That was my main goal, so we could be here right now. But then I also faced reality. I'm still broke, and we still got bills to pay. You know, and like I said earlier with my mom, she's she's on the verge of quitting, like just giving up because every time she pays a bill, it's like she didn't even pay it because it's still due, or it's really tough for her right now. She's been doing this for years. I'm at a point now where I can help her. Um, and when I mean by help, I mean like going out mowing a couple lawns, you know, for a decent bold price, because I know people around here pay like that. You know, that's the only way I know how to make money other than just promoting on music and everything like that, is giving service. You know, I grew up, you know, shoveling people's sidewalks. I grew up, you know, with that kind of business mentality, I guess. I don't know. It's just mowing lawns, shoveling snow, and you know, that's how you make yearly work, you know. During the summers, during the springs, you know, you go out mow people's lawns, and then when the winter comes, you you shovel sidewalks, you shovel driveways. In the fall, you bag leaves. You know, that's if I ever started a business, it would be a service business, and it'd be something like that. Um, and that's just an idea right there. You know, like I could do that. I could, but that costs money. that's 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 where people get stopped. You know, I need this, I need that, I need that. Well, I mean, you have a little bit here, you have a little bit there. You know, just start. You know, what's the worst that's gonna freaking happen? You know, I mean, and over time of doing that, you just gotta learn from experience with everybody that you face. You know, if you knock on a door, someone rejects you. Okay, what did I do wrong? You know, was it the way I said it? Was it, you know, do I need to spice up I'm not 100% on what I'm talking about, you know, go find someone else to actually that has more professional on that. But I mean, I have an idea, you know, because I'm trying to get into that mentality of like making money is so easy if you just change your mentality, you know. You're not necessarily like, you're not necessarily poor. You're not, you're not necessarily, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, because poor is a mentality. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not your personality, it's a mentality, you know. If you just change your mentality from poor to rich, you may still be broke, but broke won't last. Or you won't, you know, feel that way at least. Hope I'm saying that right. You know, because if you change your mind to a rich mentality, yeah, you may still be broke, but you'll find ways to get out of it more, you know, instead of just accepting that you know, you're poor and making excuses here and there. I'm not trying to bring you guys down. I'm just saying how it is. You know, if you want to change, you have to kill the old you know, and that means letting go of certain lifestyles that you've done, that you lived. I don't know. Bro, God damn, where my root beer go? Got a root beer in here somewhere. What the fuck? Oh, found it. All right. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Like I said, the problem has not been solved. It's just been pushed back a little bit. It gives us time to act. My sister made a post on the Facebook, whatever. So if we get any people that need lawns mowed, I'll be out. I'll be out all day working, trying to make some money for the bill. So that's if I don't post anything, I'll be busy doing that, trying to get bills paid for my mom, helping my mom out. You know. And it's not just to help my mom, it's also to help me out, because I kind of need, if I'm going to take this route of YouTube, music production, pursuing music all the way, I need to have Wi-Fi, I need to have data on my phone at all costs, at all times. So, and I'm this close, I feel like I'm on the verge of almost making it, or kind of getting close, or trying to make a community that I dreamed of, or that I wanted. And I'm not going to stop over a bill. I'm not going to stop over that. So that's why I'm taking initiative to help my mom. She's in a really tough spot. I love her to death, and I'll do anything for her. And I try to tell her that I know this is going to work out. She just needs to have trust and faith in me that it is. Because I believe 100% my music is really good. Without a doubt. That's probably the biggest confidence boost I have in life is my music. I love my music. My music is really good. I really do believe that. And if I believe that if it finds the right people, I will live the life that I want. Let's just say that. I will be able to tell my mom or give my mom everything she wanted like I told her I would. I really do believe that. And people may say it's delusional or I'm stupid, and it's just okay. You can say that because you're not me, I love that quote. The David Goggins quote and everything is people say I'm crazy. Nah, you're just not me. I love that. I love that. That's another thing I want to spread a message of, like, be you. 8 billion people on this damn earth. You don't want to be you? Come on. Everybody has their own uniqueness, and that's what makes us special. Let's say that. Yeah. Skill is not just skill. Genetics is the luck part in skill, but like skill can also be invested, and it could beat genetics. I've been doing music 3 years. I mean, I really started doing music back in like 2020. I was like 13. Started on the loops, and I would just practice like bar timing, basically the beat on loop, messing around little loops here and there and there. You couldn't really make it your own because of their policy. You couldn't post it, claim it, or anything. So I would just mess around with it, post it on YouTube, and just, hey, I made this, it's cool. But then I started getting into like more serious things. I wanted to shift in the music since I found out I really like it. So since I got an idea how to make beats, I want to try rapping. It was just a wild idea at first of trying to rap. Let me tell you, I fucking sucked, bro. So bad. I think the first rap I made was about my mom's cat Gracie, and I don't know if it's still up. I do still have the project, but yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. And yeah, once I over time of making beats from the year that I was practicing it, I started and then I started getting the rapping and everything. And by no means was the rapping for like the first year good, or the second year. My first rap name that I gave myself was Slim God. And then I was like, I don't really like that. I don't like Slim God, so I changed my name. Changed my name to Slimmy Skinny. I didn't like I stuck with Slimmy Skinny for the longest time, and I didn't like it the entire time I was using Slimmy Skinny as my name. It's because I don't know. I kind of felt like it was rushed picking a rap name. And yeah, I just landed on Slimy Skinny. And the reason it's rushed is because it comes out as Slimy Skinny. Some people may pronounce it Slimy Skinny. And I was just like, it's not good. So, and that's also the time around like February or March. I was like, this music is terrible, dude. What am I doing? You know, I could really step up my music here. And so that's what I did. So I got rid of Slim Skinny, and then that's when I landed on MASJ, which is the name I have now, and I plan to keep. MASJ actually talks about real stuff that he cares about, and actually spreads messages of the things he wants people to know. He wants people to wake up. He wants people to be themselves. He wants people to, you know, consider looking at people in a different perspectives. For example, one of the other messages that I want to spread is when people argue, and everybody argues, this is a very big thing that I think people really need to consider or like try to look in a different perspective. If you are arguing, I don't care who you are, okay? If you are arguing with anybody and trying to come out of that argument to win, if you see arguments as a competition, you're not arguing right. Okay? Arguments are meant to come out of with different perspectives and different understandings of the person you're arguing with. You know, you're supposed to find a middle ground with arguing, not trying to win. It's if you're coming out of it trying to win, you're not arguing, you're just not arguing. I don't know. But yeah, you guys don't argue to try to win. Argue to understand the other person. Try to find a middle ground, and just because you don't understand or just because you don't agree with that person in the argument doesn't mean you have to hate them. Doesn't mean you have to make them your enemy, you know. The other thing is if you guys are going to argue or if anybody argues, actually argue and don't insult all the people that you're talking to. Because then you're not arguing, you're just being lower. Just being lower. You know? Be mature about it, Come out of it trying to understand what the other person is saying, and so forth what the other person's trying to understand what you're saying too as well. It goes both ways in arguments. But yeah, that's where I'm at. 30 minutes passed really fast. Holy shit. I'm sorry we're in the dark here, bro. I want to do one of these streams eventually. Dude, I would love to like stargaze, actually get you guys to see the stars. It's just not bright enough over here. Go out there in the mountains. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be hopefully working really hard tomorrow, mowing lawns, getting the bills paid for my mom, helping her out. My mom needs a break. My mom needs a vacation. She needs to retire, honestly. She's been 24/7 for as long as I can remember, and she needs to stop. But she can't stop yet because I haven't made it yet. I told my mom I will make it. I believe in this shit so much. I really do. And I'm not going to let it go over some bills that we can't pay. And that's the other thing too. Like, I'm so into this music, this YouTube stuff now that the bills that get in our way, I'm willing to sacrifice some things that I have just to get those bills paid as well. Like getting rid of personal stuff that I love or I know is, worth a lot. That's the other thing, dude. Do you guys realize that you guys could have like a bunch of money laying around your house, and it could be like all the things that you have? I did this, dude, bro. Like I don't know if I should say that. I don't know. Wait. Yeah, you guys could have like a couple grand just laying around your house, and it could be your furniture. It could be like jewelry you don't wear anymore. It could be your makeup. I don't know. It could be like, you guys could have like thousands of dollars on shit you guys don't use anymore, and it's just laying around your house. I was like, oh shit, bro, I have like so much money here. You know? Obviously, don't sell all the shit that you need, like your bed or your dresser or like your office chair or whatever, stuff like that. But, don't don't sell that shit. But yeah, like if you have like a phone you don't use anymore, or like I don't know, like a gaming device you don't have anymore. Maybe it's special to you from like childhood. I understand that, but I'm talking about shit you don't ever use, and it's worth a lot of money, and it's just sitting there, bro. Sell it. Oh boy. Oh wait, I didn't scroll. Oh fuck. Yo, I didn't realize. What the hell? Bro, I didn't know there. Oh shit, I didn't know the chat was going. What the hell? Dude, I didn't scroll. My bad, bro. Oh gosh, there's a lot of people commenting. I didn't. Bro, this is my first time live streaming on YouTube, bro. On the phone. My bad. What the hell? Oh. Yo. Okay, well, I gotta remember to scroll. I'm new to this shit, bro. I'm new to this shit. Yo, my bad, guys. I didn't read chat. I forgot to scroll. Oh no. They're already gone. It's fine. But yo, I'm so dumb. Um. Oh man. Yo, my bad, bro. I forgot to scroll to read the chat. Um. Bro. All right. Well, that's a rookie mistake, I guess. I learned. I gotta keep scrolling to read the chat. I forgot. I didn't know that. But. Whew. Now I'm here. You guys want to chat now? You can, because I know what I need to do. I didn't scroll to read the chat. I thought it just run by itself like Twitch does, but it doesn't. Okay. I am out in the Chiquita. Okay, that's where I'm at. It don't got a battery, and it don't really got an engine. It don't run. This is where I just be sitting. It's where I get away from all of it. Just let me think. Let me be with myself. You know. All right. Actually, I'm gonna get real here for a second. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something personal. For the longest time. Okay, so like I'm a summer baby, right? I was born in the summer. So this is about the right time for me. This is where I'm the happiest. I need a lot of sun to be happy, because if I don't get a lot of sun, my mood shifts really bad. The other thing about me is I have a fucking fast metabolism. Okay, I'm like 6'2", and I just hit 110 pounds. I am very unhealthy. Okay, I shouldn't be laughing at that. That's very bad. I need to eat, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I try. Literally, if I could eat nonstop, I would. Okay, and I do. I eat nonstop, and I cannot gain weight, bro. I cannot gain weight at all. Like I said, 6'2", at least almost. I'm on the verge of 6'2", and I'm 110 pounds, bro. I'm like, what am I? I'm like, I should be like at least 150. At least, you know? Bro, I am severely underweight. I need, it's the fast metabolism. But going back to the fast metabolism part. Because of my fast metabolism, if I don't eat, my mood shifts really rapidly. I get down, bro. I get very depressed. Like, I don't want to say that, but if you know, you know. I get very down. Very, very down. It sucks, man. That shit sucks, man. It's not a good place to be. So, if I go like a good all day without eating, I I get really fucked up. But so yeah, those are the big things for me. I need a lot of sunlight, and I need to keep some food in my stomach because that really messes with my mood. Both of those things. But I mean, the other thing was what I was gonna get to anyway. For the longest time, I always hated and I always feared when fall would come and then winter, because that means longer nights. It's more in the dark. There's not much sunlight. It's always ugly weather. It's not the best time. And I always saw that, and I was like, I was always feared for it. I didn't like it. I didn't want to be. I just didn't want it to come. I was always fearing the inevitable. So, and then it always came, and then I always went into that mentality as it came that, oh man, I gotta, you know, stock up on food. I gotta, get comfort foods. I need to just hide. I need to just be away from people because my mood sucks. And with the immense work that I've made with my mentality and immense work I've proven to myself on different things that I've done with music, with content creation, and being able to live stream right here, right now. I still hate the fall. By no means, fall can go away. Literally, I hate fall. I don't like fall. I hate it. Leaves everywhere. Ugh, I hate fall, dude. But I am more excited for winter than I have ever been in my entire life. I cannot wait for winter. I really hope winter is I hope it actually snows in winter. Last winter we had, bro, it snowed like twice. Literally, this is like last winter was the first sunny winter I've ever had in my life. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Every day was a sunny day back in like December through February. You know, it like at most it snowed like three or 2 to 3 times. It snowed really bad. We got like a couple inches. But I have really good faith that the snow this year of 25 through 26 it's gonna be good again. It's gonna be really, really nice. It's gonna feel cozy. I can't wait for winter this year, dude. Like I said, I hate fall. Fall can fuck off, bro. I hate fall. But when winter hits, bro, I'm going to be very excited. I'm going to be very happy. And why am I going to be very happy? It's because I don't know. I kind of found I don't know. I feel like I found a love for the cold. I don't know. You guys may see that as that's weird. I don't know. I'm just being honest. I kind of feel like being in the cold eras of the season is going to be very comfortable, more comfortable than summer ever is. Because I get to wear the baggy sweats and the baggy sweatshirt everywhere I go. It's just I don't know. I feel like I'd be really more this year through 25, 26 winter. I think I'm going to be really happy. I'm going to be really comfortable. I think I'm going to be making some really good shit that around that time too. That's where I'm at, man. 44 minutes. Drink some water. I'm out in the truck. No battery. Like I said, no battery. We're having a good time though. It's very quiet. This is what I like. Silence. If you guys don't know me, I am MASJ. And the one thing that you're going to figure out about me, and one thing I'm going to try to motivate you guys to do, is to be in something that's called silence. No one else around but you and you. Okay? And this is what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Now, I know a lot of you guys, for a fact, have your own traumas, some stronger than others. You know, they all affect you in your own way. And sitting in the silence could be the biggest torture for you, because then that means they start to run, they start to flow, they start to attack you, and you try to resist, you try to, no, go away, no, I don't want to think about that, no, it's not my fault, it's just stop for a second and let them flow. Take the punches, take the hits, take all the blows they throw at you, and let them go. And you guys will realize, well, personally for me, the things you guys saw as traumas, or the things that really affected you guys, weren't really that big of a deal. And you come out of it realizing, you come out of it either finding a new definition of who you want to be, or you come out of it realizing that wasn't as big as of a problem or a trauma that I thought it was. And there's no better feeling than having a mental or spiritual, whatever, weight lift off your chest, your shoulders, your back, your whole fucking body, bro. There's no better feeling. Doing the solitude, this is my therapy. This is my therapy. I literally do this every time I'm having a problem. I find a roadblock in life. I find a place where it's going to be completely silent, and I'm going to be self-interrogated. And I just let it run. I just let the thoughts run. And I come out of it with ideas. I come out of it with a different mindset, different perspective. I come out of it with weights lifted off of me. And I actually feel like I'm actually getting therapy by being with myself and learning who I am. Talking about this stuff, I find that, even with family, people don't want to talk about their personal traumas. Growing up in the area, in the family I'm in, I've always perceived, and I always feel like, sadness is not something that you really talk about. If you don't really talk about your struggles, or if you have a problem on your mind, they always say, don't talk about it, bro, they're just gonna bring you down more. So growing up, I always feel like I had to avoid all my traumas, and they will suddenly just magically disappear, not knowing that it will affect me more and more the more I stack up on traumas, the more I stack up on awkwardness, and the more guilt and shame and all this. But luckily, at the age I'm at, I don't got much on my plate. I was able to let go of a lot. By no means am I out of stuff. I still got a lot of stuff deep, deep down that I have not dug out. But there's not a lot left. you know. Growing up, I dealt with stuff like neglect, favoritism, and just, you know, discrimination and a lot of stuff like that. Mainly because of the disabilities that I had. I was either underestimated or just not. I think that was mainly it. I think I was just underestimated because of the disabilities I had. No one really understood what kind of disabilities I had, or if I would be a problem or an asset. You know, um, I grew up. I hated school for the longest time. Till I die, I'll hate fucking school. I hate school. Um, I finished out elementary. I did like a couple months of middle school. Not gonna lie, I'm being honest when I say that. I fought like hell to get out of school, to do like maybe a little bit of homeschool. But yeah, I got out of school really early, earlier than anybody should. Um, the disabilities that I have, I don't really like calling them disabilities because they're more like I kind of see them as like them helping me because I know what my triggers are. I have a lot of shit on my plate, but I mean, if you just listen to me, I'm just a normal person, you know. I'm a normal guy, you know. Why does a disability death just automatically make me someone else, make me a freak or a little baby, you know? The disabilities I was diagnosed with, I had a lot diagnosed on me when I was like 9. I've carried this all my life. Okay, the first one is ADHD. I think I was given ADHD was one of them. I got, what's the other one? What's it called? The one you can't read that well. You can't read sentences that well. You know, it's all like, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called, but the other one I have is autism. Yes, I have autism. Um, I don't know how I feel about that one still, because whenever I bring up that I have autism, I don't know how the person is going to react. I'm literally scared telling people that I have autism because they'll I know for a fact they'll see me differently. And what I fear most about when I tell people that I have autism is that they automatically are set to underestimate me. They think if, especially like jobs, if I apply to jobs, I always keep that stuff private in the application because I don't want people, I don't want to tell people I have autism and then they automatically know or set up like a little boundary to underestimate me, or just being ready to let me go because they think I'm gonna not perform as well. From the little bit of work or jobs I've done here and there, I work a little too fast for people. They can't keep up with me. And I do a really good fucking job. I really do. Um when I get any job I get, I don't really go into a job looking to make friends. Go into a job trying to make some fucking money. You know, I'm there to work, and that's it. And I can do a really good job if it's a good time. This last job I had, very good people, by the way. We left on good terms. They were very good people, very understanding, and I appreciate that stuff a lot. But just the time I needed to wake up, it was very rough on me. Very rough on me. And I mean, that's another reality check that I got slapped in the face on me, is that because I love blue collar work, I respect the hell out of anyone that does blue collar work, to working on roads, plumbing, electricians, you know, people that basically run our country to keep our country functional. I have a lot of respect for blue collar workers. But I tried and I wanted to do blue collar work for the longest time, and I kind of got something related to that. It wasn't blue collar work, but I was given a schedule to wake up like it was blue collar work. I had to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I was like, I love blue collar work. Before that, I was like, I love blue collar work. Dude, I want to do this stuff. Not knowing that blue collar workers, they wake up 5 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., go out, work on roads, go out working on wires, go work out on plumbing. You know, it's just, they're workers, man. And that's why they make bank, because that amount of discipline to wake up, you know. These guys, blue collar workers, you guys need hella praise. Seriously, because I wanted to do that stuff for the longest time. I didn't do the work, but I got the same kind of schedule and the same a little bit level of hard work. God damn. You guys are different. Seriously. I respect the hell anyone that's blue collar worker. Because it's dirty work, it's hard work. No one wants to do it. They got to get up at a hard time, early in the morning, go work. You know, blue collar workers need hella respect. They really do. Because they practically keep our country functioning. They really do. They're the reason you have wire. They're the reason you have electricity. They're the reason you have plumbing. They're the reason you have roads, sidewalks. They're the reason you have, you know, all this. The other people that I respect the hell out of that also run our country is our farmers and our truckers. Okay, without truckers, you wouldn't have a grocery store full of food, full of produce. Without farmers, you wouldn't have any grocery stores with produce or food. You know, farmers and truckers, you wouldn't have your Amazon packages delivered to you. You wouldn't have the things that you bought online. You know, you wouldn't have any of this stuff without farmers or truckers. So those are my three very big I have big respects for our truckers, our farmers, and our blue collar workers, because they practically run our country. They really do. But yeah, I'm sitting in silence here. I need to catch my breath. My fucking mouth hurts, dude. I'm talking so much. I'm not a talker, bro. I'm not around people. Ball builder. I'm out on a farm. I don't know. Is this a farm? I don't fucking know. Times are tough, bro. They ain't gonna stop me, though. You know, the amount of tough times I've been through, this is the one that's gonna stop me? Fuck no. Fuck no. You know? I've spent many months in motels with my mom. You know, I've had to deal with watching my mom struggle for the longest time. It all started back when I was like 15. When she was taken to court by the landlords and was forced to get kicked out. You know, she was forced out of the house. And I've never seen my mom so unhinged before. You know, and you know, when she gets to these points, it's very worried. I get very worried about her. One is because, I mean, suicide runs on my mom's side of the family, and she's made it known that she has tried before. And I just really want to lift her up as much as I can, help her out as much as I can, so she doesn't get to that point again. You know, because I don't want to lose my mom. Who does? You know. And I would literally do anything for my mom so she doesn't have to get that low ever again, you know. And I really try to tell her, like, I know you don't really have any faith left, but I need you to I need you to just trust me that this is going to work out and you're not going to have to work anymore. You know, people come in the chat and they say this shit is dumb, this shit is delusional, I'm delusional. Hell yeah, I am, bro. Fuck yeah. I ain't gonna stop, bro. I ain't gonna stop. I know my music has potential. When I say something's gonna happen, I try my damnedest and I know with confidence that it's gonna happen. You know, I'm not one of these people to go out and say one day I'm gonna get this done and never talk about it again. Because I was that person, and I just don't want to be a man that doesn't keep promises anymore. Because there's a lot of that around here. People don't like keeping their promises. That's something I've dealt with. And I just don't want to be the people I'm around. I want to be my own person. I want to stand out because I feel like that's what I was meant to be. You know, what's so wrong with standing out? I'm a person that doesn't want a 9 to 5 all my life. I feel like we get shamed for that too much. Like, at the absolute lowest, I'm willing to try to work. The main problem I don't really want to work is because there's really no work to be given. I've tried for 6 months straight to find a job. You know, I mean, I did land one, but the tough hours. It was really good work, but I just couldn't handle getting up at that time. And I was honest with them, like, dude, this is really good work. I can do this work. I just can't get up this early. I just sucks. You know, I don't want to do this. I can't do this for a long period of time. And I've contemplated going back, but I don't want to go back just to leave again. That's very rude, and I just don't want to disrespect them. I don't want to lose that respect that I had between them. So, and that's the thing. I just don't want to go back knowing I'm gonna waste their time. You know, because I'm if I go back to that job, I left on good terms. I think I could go back, but I don't want to go back with the intent to leave. You know, I find that very disrespectful, and I find the reason I find that disrespectful is because I'm wasting their time practically. So I don't want to do that. They're very good people. They gave me 2 chances, and I don't want to fool them. That's not who I am. So I'll just respect the one opportunity that they gave me, and if I find a new path, I'll go back. But right now, I don't have any intentions to go back. You know, and it's stuff like that is very rare. Finding very respectful supervisors, coworkers, CEOs, you know, it's very rare. I feel like it's, you know, there's not a lot of people out there anymore. Where I'm at, there's a lot of cheapskates. They give the lowest quality stuff. Sometimes they don't even fix up their property and stuff like that. What time is it? I'm here for a minute. Woo! Woo! And now we're in the door. Ah, god damn, bro. Bro. Yeah. But yo, thank you for everybody that tuned in. I don't know. I think I might be here for myself with myself here a little bit. Um, yeah. I don't know. You guys are awesome, bro. 70 subscribers. Let's keep it going. I made it clear. If we get to 100 subs, I'm doing the Ice Bucket Challenge. I know that's a challenge that's very outdated, very 2013-ish. But the reason I want to do it is because I've never done it. And I feel like that's enough of an audience to celebrate something like that. So, yeah, 100 subscribers, we do the Ice Bucket Challenge, and I dump ice cold water all over my back and my body, and it's black. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you guys for commenting, letting me know you guys are here. Only motivates me more. Only motivates me more. Seeing all the support, all the bad comments, all the good comments. Yo, thank you guys very much. Thank you for talking with me. And see you guys later, okay?